Que pasa, cabrón? Sex used to be a very big deal. As a matter of fact, it was so meaningful and taboo that people would not talk about it at all, let alone in public. But nowadays, it's the complete opposite, and we become so desensitized to it. Nowadays, women are pushed to do things like OnlyFans and promote hookup culture, while men are being pushed towards porn and loneliness and depression. When you start to ask yourself questions like why and how this even happened in the first place, you start to realize it's because of the fight for sexual freedom. The thing is, this paradox is actually making us as humans asexual, and it's absolutely destroying your sex life. My name is Blake, your favorite gringo helping you on your self-improvement journey. Subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, and if you're tired of feeling ignored and invisible to women and want to know what they're actually attracted to, check the link in the description below. Now, the inspiration behind this video actually came from another video that's very well done. It has the same title and thumbnail, so I'll leave it linked in the description below. But basically, the sexual revolution did not work. Now, what started out as a means to gain more control over your dating life and to just have more freedom and feel more relaxed and comfortable with yourself ended up actually doing the opposite and started working against you. As with all things, it got taken too far. The pendulum has officially swung too far in the other direction. Well, people were in fact starting to have more freedom when it came to things like sex. They just kept going and going and going and pushing it to the extreme. And now sex has become this mechanical, robot-like thing that we all experience. Instead of doing it for the passion and the love of the person, now we're just doing it just chasing that pleasure, chasing that next nut, trying to just basically come, and it's taken all the passion and the drive out of it. You know, you see OnlyFans models bragging about they've been with 1,000 guys.
I'm trying to be the first person to be with 1,000 guys in 24 hours.
And it's literally desensitizing you every single time that you do that.
Just one in, one out, like it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Because when you have sex, pair bonding hormones are released. So you literally connecting with that person. It's called a soul tie for a reason, because you're literally like making that connection with them and like bonding yourselves together. Every single time that you do it with a different person, you're just giving smaller and smaller fragments of yourself to that person. It makes it a lot harder to create that bond. And eventually what this is going to do is you're become so desensitized that you're not even having sex with the person in terms of building a connection anymore, having that passion. Now you're just doing it literally solely for pleasure, like I was saying, and it creates this thing where eventually you're not even going to enjoy that, and eventually it's going to lead us to becoming asexual. And when I'm talking about that passionate love for each other, I'm not talking about just like, oh, making love with each other means like you have to have this slow, boring, again, mechanical sex just like these other people are having. I'm talking that passionate, burning desire to just be always like, you can't keep your hands off each other. Like you guys can literally be fighting and then you'll just drop to the floor and start having sex right there because you're just so passionate for each other. You guys are in the kitchen cooking and you guys just start having sex right there on the sink. We can literally see how we're being desensitized in the modern day just by how we talk about it. Now, instead of making love, we say we're just fucking. Now, instead of saying that you're going to take this person to bed, now you're saying, oh, I just smashed. Now, this isn't exactly your fault. The problem is that from a young age, we're already being conditioned to just be more and more desensitized to it, especially as everything becomes more and more vulgar. Social media is brainwashing us. It's basically a trap. Literally, if you go on any social media site, sex will be shoved into your face. Some softcore porn will be shoved into your face. But it's treated like normal. It's just treated like a regular post. And then you start to see more and more of it, and then your brain starts to get it like all fried because you're seeing so much of this like sexualized content that your brain just can't handle it, and it doesn't see it as important anymore. It just becomes normalized. It's just normal for you. It's a broad generalization of sex, and even if you try to report these things, they will not take it down. They will literally tell you that there's nothing wrong with this post, it follows community guidelines, whatever. Like, I know, I've tried it myself, but they will keep shoving it down your throat, trying to literally brainwash you to make this like something that seems normal to you. And for women, it's the exact same. They keep getting brainwashed to want to be like that, to want to post more sexual content, to want to post these thirst traps, to want to join on OnlyFans and do all this stuff. And the thing is, if you try to go against this in the modern day, if anybody tries to speak up about it, that's when you'll get the excuses of like, oh, you just have to man up. And it's the biggest irony, the biggest catch-22 that we see in the modern day, because it's like, that goes against our entire nature as a man, to just be sitting there all day obsessively watching sexual content of women, or to be with a woman that's wanting to post all this sexual content. Sex used to be something that you reserved for somebody special, somebody that you thought could be the mother of your kids, and she used to only do it if it was somebody that she thought could actually end up being her husband. It could be somebody that could take care of her and provide for her, give her that safety. But now she's being told by an OnlyFans girl that popped off, is making $1 million and has been with over 1,000 guys. Oh, he should just have to man up. He should just have accept your past, and that it's okay that you do this, and you'll actually be happier when you do this. But it's just a complete lie.
I've lost my whole family. It's really hard.
Sorry.
It actually literally will destroy her mental health, and it will destroy yours as well. But don't get me wrong, this is not something to me like hating on women and saying that it's their fault. You actually shouldn't blame women. You can't blame women for this. Because again, we're conditioned to believe these things from a young age. And on top of that, as men, it's our responsibility. The reason that a lot of women are posting these thirst traps and becoming these OnlyFans models is because that's what men are responding to. They're just copying other successful women to get the attention of the men that they want. And men just have no discipline, no self-control nowadays. Men are the ones that are subscribing to these OnlyFans, wasting all their money on all these porn websites and wasting their time jacking off. Men are the ones that are spending all the day thinking about this one girl, like sliding up on her thirst traps and liking all her posts and everything like that. Men are the ones consuming all this sexual content and promoting, showing to women that that's what's going to get them the attention. Basically, the only solution that we have if we want things to balance back out is that we have to become better men. We have to be more disciplined. We have to be the kind of men that report those kind of posts whenever we see it, that we aren't even really on our phones that much. We as men can't be slaves to these social media websites designed to keep us trapped on there and to desensitize us to sex and to everything like that, and to literally just keep us on there brainwashing us and just having us do whatever they want and not living these ambitious lives. We need to become better, more disciplined, start working out, get in the gym, become the best possible versions of ourselves possible, get new hobbies, learn new languages, learn how to fight, live life like we are James Bond, basically, like start our own business. We just have to become better men overall. That's the only solution. Because it's not that there are no good women left out there, because there are. It's just that we have to make ourselves into those men. If you don't want to feel depressed anymore, if you don't want to be lonely anymore, if you want to have a happy life with your future wife, if you want to help save yourself from these problems, if you want to help save society from this problem, if you want to help save the world, then you need to become the best man that you possibly can. You have to start showing yourself, women, society, the whole world, that you're not going to promote this kind of mindset, that you're not going to give in to the instant gratification just for a little bit of dopamine hit. If you want to become a man that has that passionate, polarized, romantic love with his future wife, then you need to make sure that you're becoming the man that's worthy of that. This is not me saying that, oh, you just shouldn't have sex at all and like completely go back in the opposite direction of that pendulum swing. I'm just saying that you should be way more selective when you're choosing your partner, when you're choosing where you should put your dick. Set higher standards for yourself and the women that you're going to do those things with. And if you're tired of having a terrible sex life and you want to become the kind of man that does have that passionate, polarized love, then check the link in the description below. I do have a course where I teach you everything that I need to know on becoming that man. It's the exact system that I use to become that man and have the relationship I have now with my loving girlfriend. Right now it's on pre-order, so you'll get it for as cheap as you'll ever see it for again, because as soon as it releases, the price is going to go up, as well as you'll get instant access to the old course that I used to sell. You'll get instant access to the bonus aesthetic body program, which is the exact program I ran to get my aesthetic physique, and you'll also get a free one-on-one coaching call with me that's exclusive to the pre-order. So if you want to, you can read more about it, linked in the description below. With that being said, remember, be better than you were yesterday.